Hey everyone, it's Jessica here with another layout for the Shimmerz design team. If you use my code Jessica in the note section of your order, you can get a free gift along with your order. So I am prepping a sheet of textured white cardstock with some clear Finabair gesso. And what this is going to do is it is going to prep my paper to hold up to all of these wet mediums, and it's going to allow the blendability of these products so that they can create a really nice harmoniously colored layout here. So I'm starting this layout with the Jeni B blue color in Vibez, and I am just kind of getting some of that product on there on that little piece of clear packaging, and then I just kind of smushed it onto my layout. I want to focus on two sides of the layout, so I'm going to add a couple photos on this left side and then another photo on this right side. So I just wanted to have some anchor points with the mixed media to add my photos to. So this color here is a Spritz color and it's called Hint of Mint. I don't know, for whatever reason my Jeni blue Spritz, the nozzle on it doesn't work. It never has since the day I got it. So I'm not sure. It must just be some kind of defective one, or it's clogged for some reason, but it doesn't really bother me too much because I don't really typically spray them anyways. I just open the bottles and dump them, or I use it for splatters or something like that. So I'm perfectly fine with that. And you can still use them if they tend to get clogged up, or if for some reason they come clogged up, which I've never had that happen in the past with anything else. It's just that one, that is it. And then this one here is, I think, Teal, the End of Time. It's one of the Inklingz, so you have to activate this one with, no, I think this might be Oakie Bear Blue. But it's a darker one and it is an Inklingz, so you have to activate it with water when you get it because it does come hard inside that pot. So I just added some water to it to soften it up. And then this one here is another Inklingz in Minor 49er. It's my favorite gold. I absolutely love it, but I'm actually going to end up dabbing that back up. So this is the good thing about gesso. If you don't like how it's looking, it's very forgivable and you can actually just kind of dab up the excess color that you don't like and you can kind of start over. Or if you leave it sit here, then it'll kind of process, and as it dries, then it will lighten up a little bit usually, but it will dry into that paper there. So you can see part of my blues have dried. I'm actually coming back in on this on the second day. I had to kind of clean up quickly and go upstairs to give my kiddos a tubby, and we call it tubby around here, it's bath time, but I had to get them ready for bed. So I let that first layer of blue dry before I added my second layer here, and I'm just going in with different colors here. I've got that Oakie Bear Blue, I've got the Teal, the End of Time Shimmerz, and I've got the gold, which I'm using, and then here I'm just using some white craft acrylic paint, which I've watered down to put some white splatters on there, and I'm doing that while it's mainly still wet to create kind of a marbling effect. I didn't want my white splatters super pronounced, so if I wanted them super pronounced, I would have added them all whenever it was completely dry, which you'll actually see me go back in later and do. So I'm going to go to work on my photos for now while all those beautiful mixed media colors are drying, and I'm just setting that aside while I'm at my photos here. I've got 3 photos today that I'm using of my little guy. We were at a park the one day just playing, and he was just having a blast and just being his normal crazy self. So I snapped a few photos of him, and that's what I'm using today. And I thought this layout really needed some stars because he is just such a cool kid, and that's actually what the name of this collection is called. It's called Cool Boy, or Cool Boy, I think it's called. And I think there's actually a collection called Cool Girl as well with girly colors. But this is by Pebble, so that's the collection that I'm using today. I'm just going to die cut some stars. These are some star dies by Hey Little Magpie, and they're nested. So you've got various sizes here that I'm going to cut out, and I'm going to use these on my layer and just lay out and just kind of scatter them around where my mixed media is, and then layer my photos on top of these stars as well. So I love how these little stars come out. I'm going to cut a few more in these other patterned papers. I'm just running them through my Big Shot. As you can see, my Big Shot machine is very well loved. The rubber is actually coming off of my machine, but I can't justify purchasing a new machine yet because this one still works fine, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And I love this machine. I love the colors of it. I love it. And like I said, it still works just fine. So I can't justify spending money on the new teal one that's in the cherry on top shop that I absolutely love. But yeah, I can't justify spending it on that yet. So, because this one still works. When this one breaks, I'll get a new one. But I am just finishing up die cutting these stars, and then I'm going to layer them on my layout along with my beautiful photos of my little guy. And I'm going to grab some sequins. I'm going to be grabbing some other little acrylic stars from Bramble Fox and some paper snips from them, and just a whole bunch of goodies. So this one's going to be a really super fun layout. I'm going to see what else I can do with this. At this point, I knew I just wanted to add some stars in my photos. I didn't really have a direction other than I knew I wanted to stick with those two sides. And as you can see, my paper flattened out right there. I actually ran this layout through my hot laminating machine so that it would flatten it all out. And you want to do that when it's already pretty dry. So I waited till it was nice and dry before I ran it through there, because if you do it when it's still kind of wet, it kind of just like splotches everywhere and smears, and it doesn't leave your mixed media the way that you had it before, if that makes sense. So you want to wait until it's pretty dry to run it through your hot laminating machine. But if it is a little bit kind of damp on the backside, it's okay, because then it'll just kind of remove any of that moisture. So I've got it nice and flattened out at this point. I'm going to go ahead and choose this acrylic title piece by Bramble Fox. It says "That's My Boy." It's just perfect for this layout. And I'm going to go ahead and start adhering down my stars. I'm just using some Nuvo Clear Deluxe adhesive. It actually goes on white, but it dries clear. So I know I'm a super messy scrapbooker. So sometimes I apply a little too much and it kind of goops out the edges, and it's okay because it's going to dry clear, so you're never going to see it. So I've got my photos layered up here. That's about where I want them to go, and just seeing where I want to place my stars. I just want them kind of scattered about the layout, just kind of so it looks like a big starburst. So I'm just going to apply these where the bursts of colors are and stick with these two sections on the layout and just kind of fill it in here. And I have to tell you, I am super happy to finally get my scrappy mojo back, because it's been a hot minute. I know December was a little bit slow for me. We were just so crazy busy in December and had so many events and things going on. So I didn't scrap as much as I would have liked to. I think I did like 8 layouts in December, which is low for me. And then for starting in January, I'm actually down a couple teams. The one business closed, so I'm down that one, and then I'm down another team. But I've picked up one team, so they're still okay, and I'm quite busy still, but I'm allowed to just kind of step back now and take a breather, and it's been really, really great. So my scrappy mojo is finally returning, and I'm creating again and back to posting normal videos, kind of not round the clock, not every day, but still quite a bit. So I'm super happy about that, and I'm just so happy to have some time to play in my craft room again and finally get back down here and just start creating, period. Just being able to play with my papers and embellishments and all the pretty things, and it's kind of like my chill time. It's my time away from my stressful job, and just kind of like my me time. And of course my baby girl is usually here helping me too, or watching movies or coloring, or just playing in the playroom, because my scrapbook room is actually a playroom at the same time. So it works out really well for us. Yeah, she's here today. And yeah, so super fun. I've got lots of really super fun things coming up. A lot of videos posting the rest of this month as well, so look for those. I've got some new products from Thermoweb releasing, and of course there's always new products from Shimmerz all the time. I think every month they have some new products in their kits, and if you're not signed up for their kits, you should be, because their kits are just absolutely gorgeous. You can get them with or without the paper kits and embellishments. They sometimes come with sequins or little epoxy flare kind of things, and their kits are just so pretty and good for using for so many occasions and things. So if you're not signed up for those, look for that on the website, and I'm going to link the Shimmerz website down below for you in case you want to grab any of these products. And then just make sure you use my name in the note section of your order if you do place an order, because then you can get a free gift. And they're always good gifts too. It's not like something that they have a huge stock of or anything like that. They always pick a good gift for you. So super exciting. So here I'm just going to pop up a bunch of these embellishments. You've seen me putting down these stars while I was talking, and I'm just using some 3D foam squares by Jeni to pop up these stars and little embellishments, and then alternating off with my Nuvo glue as well, adhering some of these smaller embellishments like the little paper snips and the smaller stars. So I've got that going on. I'm pretty much done with the layering at this point. I'm not really sure what else to add to this. I kicked around adding some thread to it, but I didn't want to overwhelm the layout. I just really wanted the focus to pull into those photos and just that mixed media goodness, and just kind of leave the stars on there as an enhancement to the mixed media. So I ended up grabbing some acrylic stars, and I'm going to add a few of those, and then I'm going to grab some sequins as well and add those just kind of sprinkled on and in around in that mixed media, just to kind of like make those mixed media sections really pop. So that's about all that I'm going to do with this. I am actually going to grab some more white acrylic paint and add a few more splatters, because I feel like these stars and things just look really cool whenever you splatter them with white. So I just want to break them up just a little bit. You can see I've got most of my sequins laid out here. This is how I glue them down using my little sequin tool from Amazon. I can link that in the description for you in case you want to grab one for yourself. But they come with removable tips, so you can change them out whenever this one stops working. It's actually made of wax, so they're pretty sticky as far as the embellishment sticking to them, and then they do wear out after time. So I like to swap them out whenever they stop working so good. So here's my white acrylic paint. I'm just adding a little bit of water to it and flicking this on to create some splatters with my paintbrush, just covering up my photos because I didn't want to get any splatters on there. So there's the finished layout. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I've inspired you to create something today, and I hope that you're not super scared of mixed media, because this one was pretty easy. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.